All right, I'm gonna kick down door number one, and I'm gonna make an argument right now that there are certain skill sets that we are afforded in life. Some of them we pick up when we're young. Some of them we get as we're older through layers of maturity or just through sort of disparate things that we explore. And I believe that we often mistaken those for hobbies or things that are somewhat innocuous and fail to realize that they are actually fundamental to our success. Case in point is an email I got from my friend James Altucher, who said, "Hey Mitch, you talk a ton about stand-up comedy, and I actually think in looking at your career, like my career, when I say my, I'm being James Altucher here, so I'm not, I should say weird and have weird hair when I say that, right?" Um, and he said, "I believe that stand-up comedy is a huge factor in my success." And I said, "Sure, but I'm not funny. Like, I'm not a stand-up comedian. I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, "No, that's not what I'm saying. That because you have such a passion for stand-up comedy, for how jokes are written, for how that content is delivered, that just the knowledge of what it takes to be funny, even if you're not funny yourself or don't perform, is a key foundation of what makes you successful." That's sort of where James is going. And I think he's right. I think that part of my own self-awareness of thinking about success has come from my ability, I think, to communicate, whether it's writing, speaking, doing a podcast, doing interviews like this, things like that. But that a lot of that is based off of this passion I have for not just watching stand-up comedy and laughing har har and like wonka wonka elbowing a friend, but actually like the dynamics. I actually spend a lot of time watching how they tell the joke, where the beats are, where the pauses are, how they build the story, how they do the misdirection, which again, magic is another component of this as well. And it allowed me to sort of like scale back and actually look at my life as a whole. And I realized that there were areas. I actually used to do magic shows when I was a kid, you know, like the old wooden trunk with like the coloring book, that whole thing. Same with comic books. Massive passion for comic books. I could spend hours under a blanket with a flashlight, the sort of complete cliche Norman Rockwell painting of reading comic books all night. Storytelling, dreaming, imagination, creativity, art, structure, prose, all of these things play a huge part in how I think I present both myself, the business that I work for, and stuff like that. And so hopefully what we're going to talk about and dive deep on is this idea that there are a lot of these skill sets, these things we have, these nuanced things that actually do very much make us who we are. And while my definition of success is probably really different from yours or how you even perceive my level of success, I still do believe that even though I'm not funny, and even though I've never gone up on stage as a stand-up comedian, that understanding what stand-up comedians do and having a passion for the sort of factory behind it does play a huge part in who I am.